Hey guys, today I'm just going to do a quick little video about how to do appointments. I've been teaching classes for over 3 years, and I didn't always teach classes. Like in the beginning, first of all, when I first started, just like most people, when I first tried oils, I was amazed. I thought this was, I was almost annoyed that I didn't know about it because there's been certain struggles with my spine for decades. And when I found out about it and in the job that I do and the people that I see that are in so much pain, I was almost like angry that people didn't know about this, that the medical world did not know, and they don't know about it, but that they weren't. I thought, why aren't they telling us? Like, what's the big secret? Why should we know about this stuff? So it sort of made me angry. Anyways, get past all that. So in the beginning, I was not teaching classes. I just was trying to tell people, people when I was at work, they would be hurting or they would have this issue or that issue, and I'd try this. And I'd have like my basic kit with me everywhere I go. I didn't even know all the stuff that it did. I just started to put it on people. I did not have one of these books right away. I had like Jessica gave me the little mini one of these, and I had that with me everywhere I went. So I was doing a lot of sharing with one person at a time, which is what not just doTERRA calls them one-on-ones, but that's actually a sales term. I just found that out recently. Like that is a sales term when you have an appointment with somebody. But the world doesn't know that. So just call them appointments. Like your best friend doesn't know what a one-on-one is. What do you mean you want to do a one-on-one? Let's just meet for coffee. Just call it that. So how to do appointments. I just ordered this from livenaturally.com. It is a tear pad of like 50 sheets on it, and it is like the most simplest thing ever. So this is what it is. So it's a tear pad. It talks about what are essential oils, why doTERRA. It talks about the basic 10, and on the back, it does not talk about the diamond kit. Oh my gosh! It talks about 3 kits. That's it. And the supplements, because that's their number one bestseller. 3 kits. That's it. Give them 3 choices. People don't want 8 choices, 9. I don't know how many kits we have now. That's awesome. There are so many choices, but it's too much for people to take in, and it doesn't help them to make a decision. And the quicker they can make a decision, the quicker that they have oils in their home and they're experiencing them. So all you do for an appointment is you just call up your friend, or if they've asked you about oils, and they will, especially if you're making it known that you're the oil lady. I mean, step into that role and become that person, because it will draw interest to you, and it will draw curiosity to you, and it will draw people in need to you, and that is how you can best serve them. And that's what we are. We're servants in that way. And so then you say, hey, well, okay, you want to know about oils? Let's just meet for coffee. You want to come over, or do you want me to come over there? Or how about we just meet at Starbucks and we'll talk? And then when you meet, you set that up. And when you meet with them, all you need with you are the 10 basic oils, one of these books, or even the mini Modern Essentials, or your laptop, so you can look things up, but some way to show that person how to be empowered, that when you don't have them at 2 o'clock they don't have you in your presence at 2 o'clock in the morning, that they can look something up. And have the sheet with you, and pencils, and you should have this is for them to have in front of them. You should have a little notepad or something with you, because you'll see why in a minute. So you're there to serve them. So before you even start, obviously this is your friend, or somebody that you've recently met even, but connect with them, reconnect with them. If it's somebody you haven't seen, catch up a little bit, but people are busy, don't take up their time. Catch up, hug, buy her a cup of coffee, and then just jump right in, so that you don't hold her up from her babies at home, or from her grocery shopping that she needs to do. So I just start right out and I say, well, tell me what health concerns that you have. Like what kind of issues do you have at home that maybe medicine or your doctors aren't seeming to be able to help you with. And like the most frequent thing I hear are sleeping issues. I hear digestive issues a lot. In fact, we have that in our home. I hear children's behavior a lot. And just ask them what their issues are and write it down, because you're going to work that into your class. You're going to show them what each of these 10 oils does, but you're going to show them what it will do for them and their family. I tell different stories. I have different stories I have tons of stories that I don't even tell, but I have specific stories sometimes I'll bring up in a class. And that's a little bit different because I'm haven't been able to take the time or figure out how to take the time for, if there's 10 people there, to get ideas from each person and then to remember to work it into my class, right? So, but now on a one-on-one, you can do that. Like, you can really serve that one person, and you can serve them in a half an hour to 45 minutes and feel good about how you took care of them. So find out what their needs are. So you say, okay, what kind of health concerns do you have? And she might say, Rob and I don't sleep very well. So you write it down, and then say, is there anything else? And she might say, well, Isabel has some focus and memory, or some focus and attention issues. Write it down. So if she says something like, I have painful menstrual cramps, do not suggest clary sage. Just don't do it. You are shooting yourself in the foot, first of all, and I'll tell you why in a minute, and you're shooting them in the foot, and I'll tell you why in a second. So don't mention oils that are not the basic 10. Just stay away from them. They are going to get that training, and they're going to discover Clary Calm, and they're going to discover balance and serenity, but they are not the basic 10, and unless they jump ahead and get a natural solutions kit, they're not going to get those oils. So when you've taught your class for half an hour, 40 minutes, and you've already mentioned Clary Calm for menstrual issues, all they can think about is, I want Clary Calm, I want Clary Calm, I want Clary Calm, I want Clary Calm. So you're going through your whole class and they're thinking, I'm going to get some of that Clary Calm. Guess what? It's not in the kits. It's not in the kits except for the natural solutions. So that's my second most popular kit, but it's not my first most popular because it's $500. So they want Clary Calm because you mentioned it and because it will help her menstrual pain. But guess what? Peppermint will help her menstrual pain too. So will deep blue. So will frankincense. So we're going to focus on the oils and the basic oils in the kit. And then as she's learning about the other oils, and in an LRP that she might start, she might find that she wants to try the Clary Calm at that point. And that's fine. But if you start there, and so she's thinking, I want Clary Calm, and then you get to the end of your class and she's like, okay, how do I get the Clary Calm? And you would say, well, it's not in any of the basic kits, but you could pay $35 and buy Clary Calm if you wanted to. And so now she's paying like $70 for one oil. So the value is not there. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. There's 3 oils. Yes, 4. There's 4 oils that can help menstrual cramps in the basic kit. Okay, remember that. Same with balance. Same with in tune. Same with past tense. Don't bring up the other oils. Only talk about the basic 10. Got me so far? Okay, enough of that. So when you're, so now back to the class. Oh, here's why you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because when you get to the end and they're like, okay, I'm going to get Clary Calm, but I have to pay $70 for this one roller ball, and that's going to deter them. And no matter how you try to backpedal your way back now, it's a problem and it's almost too late. All they can see about is the price tag of the one oil. So just don't bring it up. And then how you shoot yourself in the foot, then your business doesn't grow. If you don't find a way to serve them in a plethora of issues, and they have them, even if they only mention 2 to you right then, next week somebody's going to get sick. and next week somebody's going to have a snotty nose, and next week somebody's going to have a headache. You need to get the oils, the basic 10 in their house so they can have a bang wow moment in the next week. So don't talk about them, okay? So now what you're going to do is you've got your couple things written down, and you're going to dig right in. You're going to be like, okay, so what do you know about essential oils? And they might say, oh, I've seen them on the shelf at Walmart, or I've heard about Young Living oils. And some people have not heard anything about, like I did not hear anything. I've never heard of essential oils. I've only been hearing Aunt Bessie talking about that they're really good for something, or they helped her for something. So find out what they're at, and then now bring that into your class also. So you tell them what essential oils are, and she has this in front of her now. So you just go over it. They are potent. Essential oils are 50 to 70 times stronger than an herb. So if somebody tells you that you have, if you tell somebody you have an upset stomach and they say have a cup of peppermint tea, you would have to have 28 cups of peppermint tea to equal the potency of 1 drop of peppermint oil. And this is where you crack open your peppermint. And this is why I use peppermint at every single class, because peppermint, nobody will be in my class longer than 10, 15 minutes thinking that essential oils don't work, because as soon as they break open that peppermint and they experience it, they know it works. They know it does something. So peppermint is that's my out of the gate class oil, because I want them to, for the whole rest of the class, to believe the oils work. So you break open the peppermint and you put a little drop in her hand. And if it's a one-on-one, I would do this. If it's a whole class, I might not do this. It takes more time. So if it's a one-on-one, I put a drop in there and I say, okay, now take your finger and touch the drop and put it on the roof of your mouth. And feel that going right into your sinuses. Like that helps to open up your sinuses right away. This is a really amazing way to try to support your head tension. If you're having a headache and you want to try to support that, then try a drop of peppermint on the roof of your mouth. Another thing you can do, and always have fractionated coconut oil anytime you're putting oils on anybody, because like peppermint, for instance, that I'm sensitive to it. A lot of people are. It's a S oil for sensitivity. So, and then you can say, they've still got the drop in here, right, in their hand. And then you say, now take another drop and rub it where, I always say because I'm an MRI tech, I say rub it where everybody in America hurts. And that's this trapezius muscle right here. And honestly, everybody hurts there. So rub it up there. I tell them to rub it on this bump right here. That's your mastoid. Just rub it up and down that muscle, and feel how that just helps to like instantly relaxes it. It helps. It's almost instant inflammatory support, and so they feel that coolingness. So now you can say, so if somebody in your family is having a fever, something like this will help to support a healthy body temperature. You can just a tiny drop with some coconut oil and rub it up and down their back, maybe with a drop of lavender to calm them. This is going to help support your family through illnesses and to keep that body temperature low. Peppermint is great for that. So now they've experienced, and you tell them, you've experienced it internally, you've experienced it topically, and now I want you to experience it aromatically. So put it like this, okay? And I tell people close your eyes, because this is our fumiest oil. And bring it up really carefully. Close your eyes. Bring it up really carefully to your mouth. And breathe it in. Close your mouth. And now breathe it in through your nose. They've just experienced it aromatically. And I point out a couple things to them. Your airways are opened. Your sinuses are opened. And your brain is awakened. Like, this is a very awakening oil. Not only is it a good oil to start out because it's a boom oil that they know it works, but now those people who are like that in your class, they're like this in your class now, all right? You've got their attention because they're awake and they believe, and it's impressive. So that is the best oil to start with. So now your friend has experienced it 3 different ways, and I point that out to them. I'm like, there's 3 ways to experience oils, and you just with one oil experienced it safely with the 3 different ways. Then I go on to them to the next part of the picture. Complex. Sorry guys, is that showing up? Oils are complex. I love to point this out to people because I want to understand. I would be one of those people like that would take things apart to figure out how they work. I want to know how things work and why things work. I want to know the whys. And to understand that oils are complex, that satisfies me. And that satisfies a lot of people. So just basically touch on it though. Just say they're complex. Like lavender has all of these. Get the microscope out so that we can see all those words. But it has hundreds of oils in it. Hundreds of chemicals in it. So that's important to understand because people want to know why should I use lavender if I have feelings of anxiousness. Why does lavender work? It works so many things. It's a Swiss Army knife of oils because it works for so many different things. It works to relax tense emotions or to soothe skin irritations. It works to soothe muscle aches. It helps on bug bites. It helps to get restful sleep. I'm trying really hard to be compliant. Can you guys tell? It helps for very restful sleep. So why would it help with so many different things? It's because there's so many chemicals in it. So now why doTERRA? And this is where you go in and talk about CPTG. So why doTERRA? Because there's a need for a higher standard. People are getting ripped off. So people are getting ripped off when they go down to the dollar store and buy a bottle of lavender oil. They don't understand because they've not been to a class or because they've not researched it. People don't have the brain space to research everything that they put in their cart. How many years did I buy this, or that I lived on ibuprofen, and I did understand some of the side effects of that, but people don't have the brain space and the time to research that stupid cheap lavender that they just put in their cart. So they think, I heard essential oils are awesome. I heard I can sleep good with lavender. There's some right there. It's only $6.99. I'm going to get it. It happens just like that. And then it's not impressive. And so then they think essential oils don't work for me, or essential oils aren't all that. So, but what they don't know is the doTERRA difference. And they don't know doTERRA's commitment to not just quality, like the highest quality in the world, and medicinal quality, and consistent quality, and potent quality, and pure quality. They don't understand that. So this is where you teach them. So why doTERRA? The need for higher standard. So then you talk about their commitment. You talk about, get their mission statement out and read it to them. Get their vision statement out and read it to them if you want to. Throw that in if you like that. So certified pure therapeutic grade, that is doTERRA's promise. So if in the world of essential oils, if they're all diluted, or if they're all adulterated, if they're all synthetic and adulterated, if they're all a lie about what family of plant is even in that, or a lie that there's even, a certain percentage in it. There's like no truth in advertising. It's so funny because I just at the church, and we get oils for the church and they diffuse, but I saw some cheap oils, like cheap. They were so cheap. And I had never even heard of the brand. And I looked up the brand online, and 5 stars from lots of people. And I opened it up and smelled it, and one of them was pink grapefruit, and I'm like, okay, I think it kind of smells like grapefruit. It's not as strong as ours, so I'm just like evaluating this in my head, and I put a drop in my hand and I rub it around, and it was the greasiest. It was grease. And so there was probably I don't know how much was in there, but literally it felt like there was 1 drop of grapefruit and the rest of it was it was really greasy, like your grapeseed oil or something. So when you open up our grapefruit oil, oh yeah, don't mention grapefruit to them because it's not in the basic 10. But when you open up our oil and put it in your hands, it like disappears. There's no greasy residue left. If you get any of these, except for Deep Blue is somewhat diluted because it helps to rub that around. But any of these other oils, you will have zero greasy film. That's the other thing I do with the peppermint. I tell them once it's all done and when we're talking about CPTG and I tell them about diluted oils, I'm like, okay, now you had peppermint all over your hands. Do you feel any greasiness? Is there any oil on your hands? And that's where I tell them that's the difference between a volatile aromatic essential oil and a fatty chain oil. So fatty chain oils are carrier oils. That's what you dilute with. See, now if they had the fractionated coconut oil, then that's too late. They already did that. But but you can still explain the difference to them. And then I always talk a little bit about co-impact sourcing because that is near and dear to my heart. And I just tell them that we have like no other oil company has this. We have 85% of our farming relationships are exclusive. No other oil company can use that same plant. They are not able to sell. First of all, we want the supply. We have over 5 million. Do you know last month, record enrollments, 100,000. You guys, it's going nuts and it's going to get bigger and better. So this is the time to start telling people about it and you are part of that growth. So anyways, we want that supply. We want that amazing supply of plant. And when we have an exclusive partnership with that farmer, we are also able to, these are in third world companies, we are able to monitor, to test, to teach, to build schools for them, to watch out how they harvest and plant and distill. Distillation happens usually on site. Because the plants have to be distilled like immediately. They can't be shipped and distilled or you lose a lot of the chemical qualities. So co-impact sourcing is, there's no other oil company that does it like doTERRA. And those farmers enrich our lives with quality plants and we enrich their lives with fair income, fair wages, and with anything else they need, from wells being dug to schools and medical facilities being built in their communities and in their tribes. This is like, you just go on YouTube and search for Somalia, doTERRA Somalia, and look what Dave Sterling and Emily, look what happened when they went there. It is, you will cry buckets. Same with the vetiver on YouTube, the vetiver co-impact sourcing video. Okay, that's it. So you, way quicker than I just did, but you just go over these topics right here. Don't have to confuse it all. Just keep it nice and basic and simple. A lot of that was for you, right? So now you're going to talk about the oils. So lemon, you're just going to, there's 3 points there. You're going to pick 3 things. So lemon, you can use it aromatically, topically, and you can ingest it. And there's 3 points. Just give them 3 things, 3 ways to use lemon, because they're going to take this home, they're going to get their kit, and they're going to be able to pull this out and look at it. So lemon, it says cleans and refreshes. So you can say, when you get your lemon, like just get a glass, teach them about glass and no plastic. Get a glass of water and put 1 or 2 drops of lemon in it and drink that down. It's going to taste really good, really wet, really refreshing, and it's also going to help to detox your body very gently. So if you drink a glass of water with lemon oil in it once or twice a day, that's going to be a really gentle detox for you. The other thing is too, lemon is great for respiratory support. And my grandkids who have seasonal allergy, seasonal threats, the itchy, sneezy kind, when all we do is we get a little shot glass of water and 1 or 2 drops of lemon, 1 or 2 drops of peppermint in the basic kit, 1 or 2 drops of lavender in the basic kit, and we swish and gargle. Where are all your symptoms at? All of those seasonal symptoms are right here. itchy, sneezy, congested, right? Swish, gets into that tissue, gargle, gets into that tissue, and swallow it. It's going to get into your bloodstream. And so that's another point that you can say. Another thing about lemon is you can use it in cleaners. Like it's all natural Goo Gone. If you have something sticky, some kind of stain, you can use lemon on it. So respiratory support, detox, and cleaning. Scooch right over to frankincense now and let them smell the lemon. Let them experience that. Now open up your frankincense. This is the king of oils. So this is my desert island oil. If I could only have one oil, it would be frankincense. It also would be balanced, but I'm not going to mention that because it's not in the basic. So frankincense can be used for everything from immune support to cellular repair to bug bites, everything little, everything big. Frankincense was my aha oil because that's what within 15 minutes, 18 minutes, like stopped a really bad day of spine inflammation. It was a really bad day of that. And in 18 minutes, I was upright out the door and I helped with my friend's garage sale all day. So frankincense does little things and it does amazingly big things. It's good for everything. So you can use it aromatically, topically, and you can ingest it. So you can diffuse it in your diffuser for mood support and for cellular health. And another way that you can use it is you can put it on tense muscles or painful muscles in your back and massage that around, and it's going to help with the inflammation of that and pain. And another way to use it would be for head tension. Like if you have bad head tension, like the kind of head tension that might make you want to stay in bed all day, you can use a little bit of peppermint on your spine. You could put a drop of frankincense on the roof of your mouth and hold it. And if you have time with that person, you can talk to them about how frankincense is one of a few oils that crosses the blood-brain barrier. And I do explain that a little bit in my class. I can't wait to explain it Saturday because it's a class with a whole bunch of MRI techs and we understand the blood-brain barrier. So you've got 3 things now that she can write down, 3 different ways to use frankincense in her family. Oregano, I tell them hot, hot, hot. This is an oil that you have got to dilute. Now, and I make her write that down. This is hot, must dilute. So oregano is like nature's antibiotic, nature's antiviral medicine. So I tell her 3 ways that you can use it. I tell everybody this because this is the absolute truth. This oil to me reeks. I'm more used to it now. I can make like spaghetti on steroids. But I use this oil to, when I first got my kit, I thought I will never use oregano and melaleuca. Like those are just, they came with the kit. Oh, too bad. I'm not going to use them. They stink, but they were the first 2 gone. I promise you, they were the first 2 gone. Because about a week, 2 weeks after I got my kit in the mail, the grandkids and Hillary, they were living here for a little bit. They were here a lot. We all got sick. So all 5 of us were on the Flume. And that uses up oregano and melaleuca. So I only had the little 5 ml bottles. So I try not to sell the family physician kit for that reason. So yeah, I use those up quick. So it's nature's antibiotic, antiviral. So here's some ways you can use oregano. She can use oregano in her family. So when somebody comes down with something, it's an ingredient in Flume, and I give her the recipe of what Flume is. And I tell her how to use it. And if you have littles, you dilute it, the 5 oils, and you put it on their feet. Me, I'm an adult, and I love ingesting things. It's down the hatch. So that's what I do. I mix up the Flume, and I put it in a dripper bottle, and then when I want Flume, it's because I'm sick. I don't want to take 5 bottles and try to aim it to get it into a veggie cap. So I make up my Flume, and I use it in a dropper bottle, and I'm sick, and every 3 hours, I'm making my capsule of 10 drops of my mixture. So I teach her about Flume with oregano. And again, with oregano, another thing she can cook with it if she makes homemade spaghetti sauce, one drop will do ya. you can actually clean with oregano. You can put it in a lot of homemade cleaning recipes. And oregano is really good for growths, like skin growths, like warts, skin tags, things like that. Oregano, melaleuca, and frankincense, all three of them are in the basic kit. That is a really amazing combination for warts. And so there's three ways: cook, skin issues, and flume. Melaleuca is also aromatic, topical, and internal. You can put it straight on your skin. I tell them this is an oil you can use neat on your skin, but I just dilute. I love to dilute everything. It makes your oils go longer. It makes the oil that you're putting on your skin more bioavailable because it's fat soluble, and you just put it in fat. So you just like multiplied the amount of melaleuca that you just put on your skin. You know how when you take a drop of water and you put it in something water soluble, take a drop of Kool-Aid and drop it in water that's water soluble, and it just becomes one. It dissipates into the whole thing. That's what you do with fat. Essential oil is fat, so it's fat soluble. It loves our dermis. It loves fat. If you drop a fat into a fat, both liquids, it's fat soluble, it becomes one. So people talk about dilution. Dilution is not a bad thing. Dilution is a really amazing thing as long as you're in charge of the dilution. As long as you know what you're diluting with and you know what the original essential oil is. That's important. And it's powerful. So now let's say I have a skin issue. Maybe I have those round little red things that people think are worms. It's not worm, it's a fungus. So fungal infections, fungal toenails, anything fungal, anything warty, anything itchy and dry, and skin issues in your hair. So I tell them you can use melaleuca, put in your bottle of shampoo, in your bottle of shampoo about this size, just put like 20 drops of melaleuca in there, and it's going to really help with dry, itchy scalp. Another thing with melaleuca is, again, the flume. It's the M in flume. It's that ingredient. Melaleuca and oregano working together is it is a synergistic thing. The melaleuca gets rid of the biofilm, and the oregano lyses that bacteria, and it blows it up. So those two are the tag team for each other, for killing things that are making you not feel good. So what else for melaleuca? So you got flume, you've got shampoo, and it's also in the wort recipe. Okay, move on to On Guard. On Guard is aromatic, topical, and internal. On Guard is the one of the O's in flume. Flume is frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, melaleuca. People get sick. People need flume. All 5 of them. There are 5 of the 10 oils in the basics kit. Don't talk about Claricalm because everybody needs the 10 oils. So On Guard, what I tell them about that, and we're smelling all these oils, right? Now they're going to smell On Guard, and I really zero in on clove. Clove oil is a powerhouse in antioxidants. It is the strongest antioxidant in the world. Not cloves, but clove essential oil, cinnamon essential oil. Is also in here. It's like one of the top, I think it's one of the top 5 and highest antioxidants. Are On Guard, without, at your first appointment, they can learn this later, but there's tons of research about On Guard, and you can bring that a little bit up if you want to, but On Guard is an amazing immunity support oil. So ways that they can use it, it's one of the 5 ingredients in flume. If they're experiencing scratchy, itchy throat, first signs of that, what they can do is swish and gargle that and swallow it, and it's going to help to numb that scratchy, itchy throat. They can diffuse it. They should be diffusing. We should all be diffusing On Guard in our air every day. We are constantly exposed to creepy crawlies out there, and we bring them into our home. So we need to be diffusing On Guard every day, and it will help. It will help our our entire body by breathing that in, and will help our entire family. So you don't have to just put it on your feet and 5 other people's feet. Diffuse it in the air. Okay. So also it's so I said diffuse, flume. Oh yeah, and scratchy, itchy throat. That's 3 ways. I'm just trying to think of 3 ways to tell everybody. So on to Digescend. Digescend, show them what's in it. Read the ingredients to them. These are all digestive, supportive oils, and my husband really likes the taste of them. Don't talk about my husband though. Talk about her husband. He has digestive issues, so this is what he would want to do. He's going to want to, in a shot glass of water, take a drop of Digescend and a drop of peppermint, and in the morning just swallow just 1 drop of each. Start out with that, see how that works. Maybe go up to 2 drops of each, but in the morning in a shot glass of water, and just drink it down every morning when he gets up, and then every afternoon, maybe after lunch. He can take, if he doesn't want to ingest it, he can just put those drops on him and rub it on his feet or right on his tummy. So Digescend is great for all kinds of things, from motion sickness to the burpees, okay? After dinner, or even just some people get that experience that issue. You just rub it right on here, and maybe the first time, or maybe wait 10 minutes, do it again. If it didn't help the first time, it will help the second time. It almost always helps me the first time. But so that kind of issue, digestive issues, if your colon is running too fast, if it's running too slow, Digescend is your friend. You can use it aromatically, you can use it topically, rub it on your tummy or on your chest, and you can use it internally. Then go on to Deep Blue, and everybody loves the smell of this one. So it is really great for muscle and joint support. It's great for athletes. It's great for elderly people. It's great for anybody with any kind of muscle cramps or joint health, trying to be compliant. So they just put that on. You can dilute it again. You can dilute it some more if you want to. Or you can just put it right on your hands, on your knuckles, on your wrists, on a bad shoulder, on a bad knee. And it's going to really give a lot of relief to that. Then you go on to Breathe. And that is, let them experience Breathe. Breathe is really awesome for respiratory support. So it opens up the airways. You can put a drop in here, and you can actually pretend like it's an inhaler and breathe it in, and it opens up your airways. So give them 3 ideas for that too. Now there's a little place down here that she can be taking notes. And now then the last part of your appointment, which, you know, we've been talking for almost 38 minutes, but honestly, you'll go through this in probably 15 minutes easily. So now you're going to go on to, so what are you thinking about? You ask your friend, what do you think about all this? What do you think about experiencing the oils? How did that peppermint make you feel? How did the frankincense make you feel? And hopefully you remember to bring in her 2 items. I know it was, sleep issues. You would talk about that with the lavender. Hey, lavender's not on here. Oh yeah, it was here in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they're all on here. Sorry. But the lavender was up here when we were talking about the complex chemicals. All right, so then you're going to ask her what she thought, what her impression was, and if she thought that if there were oils that she wanted to get in her home. And talk with her about that, and say, if she says, yeah, I do, this is like, I had no idea, this is fascinating, and that really made me feel like this, and I really feel like that, and I really think that that would help with our sleep issues, and blah, blah, blah. And then you say, is that something you're ready to do today? And if you're ready to do that today, then I can actually make you up a roller ball of something for your sleep issues. And or you pick, do you want a roller ball of something for your sleep issues, or do you want a roller ball of something for his digestive issues? So you had gotten 2 ideas from them, right? And now you have your oils with you, your basic 10, right? You have coconut oil with you. And I forgot to say, make sure you take 2 roller balls with you. Take 2 roller balls with you, and that helps. So then you can say, and if you want to walk away with, you just tell them with the wholesale membership, it's doTERRA is just a wholesale membership. It costs $35, but to get the wholesale membership for a year. But if you get any of these kits with these 10 oils in it, doTERRA is very wise in creating the kits, because you save a lot of value with the kit. It waives the $35 fee, or it includes the $35 fee. You don't have to pay that in addition. And all 3 of these kits come with a diffuser. So these are the 3 kits that are on this. And time out, I'm talking to you now, right? Not in the class. But it is the most popular, doTERRA's most popular kits are the Natural Solutions kit and the Home Essentials kit. I have somebody on my team that I don't think she's ever sold anything except a Natural Solutions kit. And you know why that is? It's because that's what she started with. So that is huge. Like my first year and a half, I started with Family Physician kit. It's called the Physician, I forget what it's called now. Anyways, that's all I sold for the longest time, because people would say, what did you get? And I'd sell them. So that's what they got. But now my most popular kit, I haven't sold a Family Physician kit in a long, long time. It's always the Home Essentials kit. Because people see the value in going up from a 5 milliliter bottle to a 15 milliliter bottle and getting a free diffuser. And it's all like not even double the price. So good value. So you just go over these 3 kits. You can show her what's in them. Again, when you're going over the Natural Solutions kit, focus on the basic 10. And then you can also see, the nice thing is, now you can have, maybe you've talked about the supplements by now, and maybe that's some of her health goals, but it includes a 10-hour diffuser and a month's supply. So just show her the difference without talking about Clary Calm, okay? And but really, this Home Essentials kit is an awesome way to start. And can you go let the dog in so he'll stop barking, please? Thank you, honey bunny. So, and also the Aroma Touch Diffuse kit. This kit is another kit that will give hands down amazing results to families who are not only getting it, but who are doing the Aroma Touch therapy on each other and on their children. So that's it. You find out what their needs are, and you get them set up with a kit. And if they walk away with a kit that day, you give them one of those roller balls. And then the other roller ball could be like, did you like this presentation? Like, did you learn a lot from this? And if they say yes, then you can say, would you be interested in having a class in your home? And this is all I teach. I just will teach your friends this. And you can make the commissions on that. By anybody who enrolls at your class, you can make the commissions on that, and that will help reimburse you for the kit that you bought. So then if they're interested in if you're interested in having a class, I'm going to make this other roller ball up for you for your other need that you talked about. And then you do that, and you set the date right then and there. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to set a membership overview date. You're not going to walk away from that. If she purchased a kit, and you're going to set up, she has this, and she now also in the class, maybe you've looked some things up for her. She knows different ways to look things up. You're going to plug her into the Facebook groups that our team is involved in. But you will not walk away from that class without setting up a membership overview. You need to show your friend that this is not a one-night stand. So you need to show your friend that you're going to get these kits in your home, and within a couple of days, we're going to either get together on the phone or a video chat, or we're going to meet at this coffee shop again, and I'm going to show you literally how, I'm going to walk you through showing you how your membership works, and having you log into your membership and explaining the different ways to buy it, the different perks. And then we're going to, at that time, cover the health goals that you're going to go home and write about today, because I want you to know about these, because these changed my life. So that is it. So take notes on this that I just told you. If you think that you have to be teaching classes to build a business, you do not. meet with these people. You guys, if you want me to come and teach classes in groups for you, let's get that scheduled. If you're wanting to participate in community classes or start something going, if we can get people to come to them, I am 100% dedicated to coming and helping to organize that for you and helping to lead those classes for you. So there are so many ways that you can build this business. And full out classes or community classes is not the only way. So just meet with your people. Just meet with the people that you want to serve and help them to understand how to get on oils and what they do and get them off to a really good start. So in another class, in another video, I'm going to explain to you why you want that person to make the commissions on those classes and why that is not ripping you off. So that's a whole different class, and that is a business strategy. So I'll do that again too. Maybe I'll do it now. But I'm going to sign off of this one for now. Please feel free to text me if you. This is going in my YouTube channel, so I'm not going to put my phone number out there. But leave comments or email me at lauraclarkspa@gmail.com. and ask me questions. If you're on my team, you know how to get a hold of me, right? So ask me questions and just, let's talk sometime and plan out some strategies of how this can work for you. And just, or don't even call me. Just call up your friend and say, hey, let's meet for coffee. And just do what I just showed you to do. And if you don't have this, or if I can't get it to you fast enough, let me know. Maybe I can scan it and send you a copy of it. Yeah, or I can find the file for you. All right. Okay. Can't think of anything else. Have a great day. Hugs and blessings for you, for your family, and for your business. And I'm right now thinking of a whole bunch of you builders on my team, and I even more than you sometimes, I see like strengths that you have, and I know that you guys can go really far with this. I know I'm going to go really far with it, and it's changed my life, and I know that it's changing some of yours too, and that's just an incredible feeling for me to be able to be a part of that with you. And I love my team, and you guys are awesome. Talk to you later.